What's going on, girls? You need to reach me. Your collar. Come on. To the left, to the left. Akira seems to be walking better. At least now she's in front. Yeah, we're going to do the small round. Boa. Comigo, amor. You're not able to run. But I want to try. Don't go after Zoe, speaking. Oh. Nothing wrong with Akira. This way your foot is not going to heal, sweetie. Squirrels? Come on. Let's go. They found the honey. There she is. Dentro. Maybe the batteries are empty already? After 4 days? It were Chinese batteries, so could be. It's also a bit wet in here. That's not good. No, I think this thing is done. Yep, that's not the batteries. Yeah, it's soaked in there. Not good. We're not off to a good start here. So the one I have is about 20 euros. There's another one for 40 euros, which is digital and has like 3 outputs. And I would like to have a different schedule for the trees and the vegetables and the plants, basically. Would be nice to have to be able to set different times for different parts. I do think we need to keep it out of the sun though. They also have one that is controlled by an app. But that's even more expensive. It does look a lot more robust. This is the other one I was going to order. Maria brought more onions and more potatoes. I can't even eat it this fast. Maria was also talking about the grass being cut here on the terrain from Santa Casa, and she said the word erva. So I presume that means, like in Dutch, erf. And erf is like the part where the house is on. I have no idea what that word would be in English though. Erva. Cortar erva. I would say terrano. I think I learned a new word. So for the trees I already set up some stuff. Look. This is one of the sprayer things. I'm gonna put a dripper here, but I just wanted to see what is what. I think these kind of sprayer things we can best use for like the vegetables and stuff. Otherwise we need a lot of drippers. We need to fix them a little bit better so they stay in place. We do not have a lot of vegetables anymore now. The last couple of salads are completely shut. There is some good onions left, but also not a lot. Yeah, I should have known that Maria was going to bring me a lot of stuff. I should have declined all the vegetable plants from Maria, because I'm not going to be able to eat it. We ate some though. The cicadas are also back. The screaming cricket. Not as much as last year though, for now. Last year they were here in the trees, like screaming my ears off. So besides the stuff we already had in, we now also have hose. A lot of hose. How much hose? It doesn't even say on here. I think it was 50 meters that I ordered. Of course I ordered a very cheap one. Feels a lot less durable than the old one we have. This is like the thick plastic stuff that they also use for the bigger irrigation pipe. And this is very flexible straw. Yes, it is very messy here. Still looking for a volunteer to help me out with the garden work. I think it would be best if we put the new timer thingy somewhere here. Because on that side we need to go to some plants. And on the other side we need to go to the vegetable garden. And the trees. And here it's a little bit out of the heat. May last a little longer than the other one. There is all kind of junk here still laying around from people. Here's a plant that seems to want some water. Now with these things it should be quite easy, like you put them in. Oh, the other way around. And then you just go on to the next plant from the same thingy. No need for a splitter or something. These we don't want. There might be some unsavable plants here. Let's put a dripper here anyway. We can always put something else here. That's how to do it. Every plant has its own dripper. Probably started on the wrong side. Don't think this belongs here. I don't know if this is still savable. You guys remember the new garden hose we bought a couple of weeks ago? It's also shut already. I'm probably gonna try and take this back. It should be able to lie in the sun, right? Look how thick it got. Like almost twice the size as it should be. From laying in the sun and having pressure on it. It's not a very good garden hose. I think I got everything on this side done. But now we still need to do this side. I think because we have these with 2 exits, I'm gonna run another one and go from here to the back, to the front. We'll go with a T-junction from here. So what would be cool if we have some of these, what is it, a plate? For the birds, for instance, to drink. And of course the best time to do this is absolutely not in the middle of the day. That's what I mean. I think it's 34 now. Woohoo! Refreshing. Now what we don't have is any of those sort of end cap thingies. We can put in one of those because this is also, how do you say, not in line. It has an end point. Or maybe this, but I don't know how this works. I think it's sort of the same thing as this, only like with a small stream of water. So let's put that here for now, see what happens. We'll put the other one over here. That's the end of the other line. This freaking hose is basically burning my hand. Jesus. We should be able to connect this one to here. For the test we can just... Okay. That's on there already pretty tight. Did this shrink or what? I can't even get it off. Wow. Let's put it on this one. See if it works. Something is going wrong. I hear already something is going wrong. Boy, that's freaking hot water. Oh, it's all wet and slippery. If you have one with two, but you only want to use one. Ooh, okay. Let's try again. Maybe we should have used the other one where it was nice and tight on it. But here is also dripping from the hose that swelled up a lot. Because it's coming from all sides. Oh, I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Or maybe it is. That's dripping. But this stuff here is all spraying. What's wrong with that? What's happening here with our plate? Yeah, that's not going to be good for the table. Not having any effect here. So maybe what's happening, because these three are the first in line, is that there's too much pressure on it. And maybe this is not the way to install it, with like one thin wire. Nice window. That's maybe why it's spraying here at all sides. I don't know. Now that I took it off, none of these things is going on there anymore. because the hose is swollen up. But this needs to go back anyway because it's leaking already. It's just impossible to get it on now anymore. Look. This one I have already for 4 years without any problems. God damn it. I think there might be too much pressure on these little hoses. Is that why they sell like also the 10 centimeters? So you can first go into that and then divide it into smaller ones? I basically always did it like this, but I had a very small garden. Now I also got the line to the trees. So maybe that will divide the pressure a little bit. What do you guys think? So far so good. But I still don't really get the rest of the system. Here there's a lot of pressure. That's why it's like not dripping but spraying. But if I look here, like the bottom two are working. But here is not even enough pressure. Here's still a little bit of pressure. Maybe I need to do some research first on how to connect this. The other problem is this all doesn't need so much water. It's going to be more bad for these plants than good. For one, they have no holes in the bottom. And for two, they shouldn't get so much water. It appears to be quite, how do you say this? Delicate how you set this up? Not delicate. I don't know what you call it. Needs a lot of attention for it to be set up right. Not very useful like this. What about the trees? Are they getting some water? Some. Apparently this whole system is gonna need some more thinking than I thought. Hey, Shakira.